Just have to sign paper for this, okay?
Okay. Yep.
What are you doing, buddy?
I told her I don't want to meet anybody.
What are you doing, buddy? That's my niece. You're trying to get over here.
I don't want her to
And
go.
this,
I told her no.
I printed all this out in case we're gonna, you know, take it to a second step.
I don't want to. I told her not
You
to.
never said that. You never said that. You never said that. You never said that. Ryan, this is just for my documentation. I don't want you to tell the law enforcement I touched you. That's all, okay?
Okay, I understand.
Listen,
I don't want to.
listen. I want to have a conversation with you. If I see that you don't need help, we'll go from there, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, okay? I want to have a chat with you. I'm in front of your house. I don't want you to tell the cops I touched you, even though you're 10 times bigger than I am.
I don't want to cause any trouble either.
You're not gonna cause any trouble, okay? But listen, dude, this is a very serious crime with what you committed, okay? And Ryan, I want you to know something, brother. Right now, can your landlord hear what's going on?
No.
Okay. Do you want to go to the backyard and talk? I'm not gonna touch you, brother. I'm recording, bro.
I don't want to do. I don't
Okay,
want it.
but I just want to have a conversation with you because it's actually deeper than that, okay?
Okay.
So can we go to there and have a conversation?
No, it's locked.
Or just aside, listen, I don't want to draw attention to this house, okay? Because I don't need anybody to call law enforcement. I can call them myself, okay?
I don't want that to happen.
Okay, let's go over here and talk, okay? You know, people, you know, even though you're 10 times bigger than me, they might...
I don't want to cause any trouble.
Okay, listen, Ryan. Listen, Ryan. What are you doing, buddy?
I told her I didn't want her to come here.
Ryan. Do you know who this is, Ryan? Read it.
That's me.
No, I know. Read it. Read the messages, Ryan. Read them all.
It's at my...
Read them all.
Yeah, I know.
Ryan. Have you ever done anything like this before, buddy?
No, sir.
Never?
No, I don't want...
Never?
I don't want to cause any problems. I don't want no trouble.
You never done anything like this before. But do you know what this is?
It's documentation that you can have me charged. I understand that.
No, it's not documented. Well, technically it's evidence, right? Why you so hesitant? I never said nothing. Why are you so hesitant? How old is she? Did she tell your age?
She said she was 18 on Meet Me.
But did she tell your age in text message?
Yes, she did.
So yeah.
And I don't want anything to do with it. I told her no. I told her I don't.
But Ryan, let's not play games now, okay, brother? Ryan, let's not play games now. You never said nothing. You have been saying this since the day you guys met, okay, which is 4 days ago roughly. You've been saying this since the day you guys met that you don't know. Then you proceed to go along with it. You know it's against the law, but you proceed to go along with it, making comments. You want to kiss, you want to cuddle. You want her to elaborate on the dirty things that she wants to do because you know it's against the law. Okay, you never said I want to back down. You said I don't know. I'm just so scared because you're young. You said that from the instant minute. And guess who this is right here? Guess.
Your niece, like you said, that's me.
No, this is actually her friend. Okay. So you were talking to two. Do you remember the other girl you were talking to?
No.
Ryan, it's right here with your number, dude. Two you were talking to, brother. Two.
I don't remember.
Two.
Okay. All right then.
Do you recollect now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So I don't understand. What's your attraction for young ones?
I don't want any attraction.
Okay, right here you say to her, listen, can I just read a few things, sir?
Yeah, I just don't want any trouble. I don't want to.
Listen, Ryan, we're just having a conversation, brother. That's all we're doing, okay? We're just having a conversation, okay? I haven't done anything. You want to do this with somebody who's that young, dude. They just reached to become...
I don't want to do anything like that.
You want to take the innocence of somebody like that. You know what they do to people in prison like this? And I'm talking to you very calmly. I'm very curious the fact that you admit that it's against the law. You admit that it's wrong. You admit that you can go to jail. But yeah, you still to proceed. That's the second one that you've talked to in the last week and a half. Okay?
I don't want any trouble.
I'm just talking to you calmly. Okay?
I'm sorry. I don't want any trouble, please, sir.
Right here, you said to her friend, you want to sit her on your lap. You want to kiss her. You want to kiss her neck, pull her close to you. You know, brush your hair behind you. And you're saying this to somebody who's not even, you know.
I don't want any trouble, please, sir.
If you knew it was against the law, mention right here, sit you on my lap and kiss your neck. And, you know, and cuddle with you. You tell me what you want to do. You tell me what you want to do because you know it's against the law with what you're doing, right? That's why.
I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Why is the only time you're ever available to me here 8 p.m.? Why, Ryan? There's something going here. I want to know what it is, bro. Why only 8 p.m. you're available to me?
Because I work. I got stuff. I have kids.
That's why. Are you sure you're not married?
I'm not married. No. See,
no?
No.
Okay. So I want to understand something too. I've intercepted her device and I've been reading everything with what's going on. Okay. Her mom is not happy.
No, I understand.
Her mom wants to call them. I'm saying just chill. I'll have a chat with the guy, okay? So you're telling me that you don't remember her friend right there? Of course you remember her. How can you not remember that? Right? You remember. So whenever you come across young people that are on lineup, you just start talking like that?
I didn't know what I was thinking. I deeply regret and apologize for every action, sir.
Okay, but I want you to read some of this. I want you to tell me what you meant by it. Seriously.
I was just being stupid. I was being dumb. I was being stupid. I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't want any trouble.
Okay, go ahead. I read it. I'm just having a conversation with you, buddy.
I apologize profusely. I don't want any problems. Please,
okay,
sir.
Just read it, but tell me what you meant by that. That's all I'm saying is tell me what you meant by that. Things you meant. What did you mean? I was trying to
be friendly. I didn't want to cause any problems.
But you acknowledge as... Oh, hold on. Just let me ignore this call. Hold on. Go ahead. This is just for documentation, okay? Go ahead.
I didn't want to cause any trouble. I wanted to, if she were to come here, I was going to tell her face to face. I don't want to do with this thing anymore.
Okay.
I just wanted to confront her, say, look, this isn't right. I wanted to speak with her and say this isn't.
So you're just trying to get over to educate her and let her know it's against the law.
Yeah, I'll try to inform her that this isn't right and that she stop doing it herself too.
But when you want to inform somebody, you don't tell them you're going to sit them on your lap and kiss them and brush your hair and be with and you're in your underwear playing video games. You don't say that stuff to them.
I understand that, and I was trying to see if she would understand the problem situation.
Okay.
I was trying to inform that, look, if I am a nice guy, I would never do anything like that.
Okay.
I wanted to help her inform, like, look, you shouldn't be trying to bait all the guys online like that and tell them these sort of things as well too.
But my friend, she wasn't trying to bait you. I read the conversation.
I know that.
She was actually the shy one. You were the one attempting to meet up, right? How many times did you ask her to meet up, Ryan?
Too many times. I understand that, and I canceled quite a few times. And like I said, I wasn't gonna let her inside. I was tell, look, you shouldn't be doing this. I would tell her to go home.
So the message that you said right now, prior to me arriving here, you actually never canceled. You actually said something that you said previously for the last 4 or 5 days. You said, I don't know, because you're so young, it is against the law. If it's so young and it's against the law, why do you keep saying that, but then going back to wanting to chat with her?
I said, I wasn't even gonna let her inside. I was let her like, you shouldn't be doing this. You should go home.
My friend, you didn't say that. My friend, you didn't say that, Ryan. Don't lie now. Let's be honest.
I didn't say I was going to text her. She did come up to tell her just to go home.
Ryan, you did not say that, Ryan. Ryan, listen. You said to her, I don't have money to pay for the taxi cab because you thought she was trying to make you pay, right or wrong?
Yeah, I didn't realize.
But right now, you're willing to sign this receipt because you believed you were signing a receipt somehow, some weird thing. I don't know why I made that up. It was stupid, I know. Okay. And she was going to come over, she was going to come inside, and you were going to take the innocence of somebody who's that young, Ryan.
Listen, like I said, I understand you're recording me, and I don't want any trouble, like I say this again. I wasn't going to let her inside.
Yeah, well, you guys got me on camera too, so.
And like I said, I wasn't going to let her inside. Yes, there's cameras in there too, and I was going
to... Then why didn't you tell your taxi driver to take you home? It is illegal. I swear on my life, I would never show up. You know why I would have never showed up? Because guess why? If you would have just said those words, I would have never showed up. You know why? I would have been like, okay, this guy made a mistake. He wasn't on a Jake level. I don't think you're on a Jake level. Do you? No. Right?
I don't want any problems.
Listen, dude, you were not on a Jake level. Okay, you didn't send explicit pictures, and I understand that, right?
I don't want.
So you didn't send anything. But my friend, your intentions of what you wanted to do are definitely dirty. They're definitely show intent of wanting to get with her in that way. You know, their front cortex up here is not fully developed. You cannot do that, okay? So I don't understand, Ryan, why when you acknowledge it's against the law, that's two different girls. Read this again.
I understand.
Read the 4th, 5th page, okay?
I understand.
I understand that you knew it was against the law. I understand that you were well aware with what you're doing because you kept saying it's wrong, and you probably have young ones yourself, right?
Yeah, I have 2 sons. I don't want no problems.
And listen, a 24-year-old man, okay? And you have kids that are young, and I know you're emotional. It's not because of me, right? It's not because of me.
I don't want any trouble. I'm already going away for months and a half without my kids. I don't want no trouble. Sir.
No, but I know you're feeling that right now because you know what you did was wrong, right? It's not because of me, right? I'm being friendly, right?
No,
let's be real now.
Yeah, I don't
okay,
want no
because
trouble.
you know what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, Ryan, when you acknowledge it's against the law and you have young ones that are probably going to assume they're probably all under 8, I'm going to assume based on your age, 25, okay, they're all probably under 8 years old, okay, you don't want to go that route, bro. Like, you are willing to take the innocence of somebody who's that young right now. And I know right now you're regretting it so much, but the thing is, brother, you never told a cab driver to leave. You literally said, okay, come down, I'm not paying for it, I don't have money, right? Where are you going away for a month and a half? Just
I'm going to jail for a month and a half.
It's okay. Be honest with me. You've been very honest right now. No, you've been very honest with me, Ryan. Right now, you've been very honest with me right now.
I have to go to Edmonton for a month and I have to go to jail for a while.
Oh my God, that's where I was born, Edmonton.
Yeah.
I was born in Edmonton, Alberta. Yeah. McDavid and they're not doing it this year. But listen, so I want to ask you a serious question. You've been honest so far. What are you going to jail for? Be honest.
I'm going to jail because I got into a car accident and had to leave back here for family purposes.
No, but what's the purpose of it?
I didn't show for a court date.
Oh, so they're making you go to Edmonton to serve your time in jail?
Yes.
Wow, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
I never knew my city was that crooked, man.
Yeah, I got into a bad car accident and my baby mama was pregnant. She distracted me while I was driving and I rear-ended in a car and I couldn't nowhere for me to keep my son. I had to come out here and I missed my court date.
But be honest with me. I'm going to ask you a question. Just be yes or no. Be honest. Are you a registered offender?
No, sir, no.
Have you never been accused by the law for doing anything like this?
No.
Because the way you act so quickly is like it's something you do all the time.
No,
like,
sir,
it's almost like the age doesn't phase you. I'm very convinced that even if she was probably 9, you would have probably said yeah.
No, sir.
I'm very convinced, Ryan.
No, sir.
Because you keep saying it's against the law. It's bad. But then yet you still invite her over. And you still get romantic and dirty, saying, I want to kiss you. What do you want to do? That's all you've been talking about, Ryan, with both of them. And both of them. Read them.
I understand, and I regret it profusely. And like I said, sir, I don't want no trouble, and I'm very, very sorry. I understand you're recording this for documentation purposes. I don't want to involve the police. I'm already in enough trouble as
But I don't understand. I don't think you're telling me the truth. There's no way they can put you in jail because you missed a court day, dude. It's a court day.
It is because I was driving a car without insurance and ended up rear-ending a car, and because I had no insurance on the vehicle, the fine was for $4,000.
Oh, so you had no insurance?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only reason I was driving said vehicle because I didn't want to lose my child.
Okay, you didn't want to. Okay, I get it. But that's so they're making you go to Edmonton to serve that.
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you're already like in trouble, and yet you're doing this again, and it's like, what sparks your mind to do this, bro? Like, why do you like little ones? Why are you so attracted to them?
I was just stupid. I don't want to. Like I said, I wasn't going to let her inside. I was going to tell her face to face, this isn't right. You need to go home, and that's why I came in the way I am like now because I'm not feeling very well. I told her I was sick. I was hoping she would get.
Yeah, you did say that.
I am sick. I'm not feeling very well.
Well, what's wrong? Maybe try back up.
No, it's just stomach problems.
Oh, okay. It's not COVID.
No,
okay.
Sir, no, it's not. I was trying to tell her it's sick. I was going to tell her as soon as if she were to come here, I'll tell her just to go home. I don't want anything to do with this.
But you could have just told her in that instant message to leave or bail out or cancel. You know, you could have told her that tell the taxi driver to leave. I can't do this. Because you know why? This is not the first time that you said I can't do this. You were very young. This multiple times you've said it, Ryan. You've said this over and over multiple times, and it makes me wonder that you have a real bad attraction. Why are you attracted to that age, man?
I guess
you're going to take the innocence of somebody who can't even.
I'm going to therapy for it. I'm going to mental health for it, all stuff like that too.
So do they know that you're attracted to young ones then?
In a way, yes. I've been talking to somebody.
So you've talked to somebody about it.
Yes, I'm already in therapy and everything.
Okay.
I am trying to get help. I don't, like I said, I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. I'm getting rid of everything. So, like I said, I'm deeply sorry, sir. I don't want anything. I don't want no problems. Like I said, here you go.
So, let me ask you one question then. Okay. When somebody when you come across somebody online that age, okay, and we can both acknowledge that Mimi has a lot of young people on.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of young people. Okay, we can both acknowledge that. Mm-hmm. You've seen some of the profiles. You know they're young, bro.
Yeah.
You know they're not even 18. 100%, man. Okay. And yet they're telling you their age, even if they didn't tell you their age, and even if you did fool around with them, even if they didn't tell you their age, you're still held responsible. But they're doing you a favor by telling you their age, and yet you're still acting on it. And Ryan, I know that you don't have any problems up in your head. I know you don't, man, because you're very well aware. You even said it's against the law. You even said you can get in trouble. And then you proceeded to invite her over.
I don't want anything to do with it anymore.
Right now, if I never had her device and she was here, who knows what was going to be happening?
I would have told her to go home right away. Like I said, as soon as she comes to the door, I want to say this isn't right. Take your cab and go home. And I want to try to inform her. Like I said,
why do you have to tell her in person though? Why?
Maybe she would understand a bit better that they shouldn't be doing this. If they shouldn't be on the profile lying about their age, stuff like that too in the first place. I understand it's my fault for in talking more, but I want to let her to know like I could have done something wrong, but I never did, and I know will I ever. I was just letting her know like I was trying to inform maybe to say like, look, you shouldn't be doing this at all. I won't even let her in my door. I also tell her, look, you shouldn't be doing this. You need to go home. That's why I was going to tell her in person, like, you shouldn't be doing this at all. Even if you said you want to do stuff like that, I don't want to. And I was going to say, like, you need to go home. You need to stop doing this and stop and be honest with people, like stuff like that too. Don't say you're 18 on Meet Me profile, then go back and say this, because something could have happened, and I don't want anything to happen. I was trying to instill, like, you shouldn't be doing this. I was going to tell it in person, look, you should go home. I was going to say, yes, you're here, but I still want, I wasn't going to let her in my door.
And everything that you're saying, I hear exactly what you're saying. But do you understand that it's not hard to say that on text message? Do you understand that it's not hard to call the cops and say, listen, there's this young person that's going online? And do you understand it's not hard to hit the block button?
No, I understand.
It's not hard to hit the block button. But this is the second young one that you were talking to. And they're both roughly the same age, right? One's 5 years and one's 4 years, okay? And with both of them, this is both of your intentions, her and her friend. You said the same thing to both of them. I don't understand why you can't just meet somebody who's legal aged.
I didn't, like I said...
You're in your prime, like, there's nothing wrong with you, man.
I know. I understand.
So you, do you actually work for the Pure later?
I used to work for Pure later.
Okay.
I was laid off recently, and I wanted to turn for me to go serve my time in Edmonton, and my flight is booked for February.
So you're going to Edmonton to serve 100 a month in there in jail?
Yes, sir.
Because of that incident, you said
yes,
that.
yes.
So it's not because of what this is, right?
No.
And do you actually have a girlfriend? Be honest with me.
Hmm?
Do you have a girlfriend? Be honest with
her
me.
and I, we broke up a little while ago, but I have kids.
You do have young ones,
yes.
right? Okay. Ryan, I honestly, brother, this is very, very, very bad with what you're doing. You know the stuff you said.
All right, guys, at this exact time frame, Ryan decides to make a call to his soon-to-be fiancee to basically convince me that he's never done anything like this. And I agreed to it. So, I was just skeptical. I was curious. That's all. I wasn't accusing him of being an offender or nothing, but he decided voluntarily to say, here, you know what? He'll call her and prove to me. But yeah.
Hi, honey. Hi. Well, somebody said they were going to be coming over and they weren't legal age, which I didn't really understand until now. And now I'm not. Let you know that I was texting this person for a little while, and I didn't know, and I was going to tell them to go home. But I'll call you, and I'll call you more later. Okay?
Hello. Hey, excuse me.
No, I don't even know what's going on.
Hi, can I talk to you for a sec? Hello.
You there, honey?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So Ryan here believed he was inviting my niece over, and I intercepted her phone. She's only... And a week ago, he was talking to her friend and mentioning about kissing, cuddling, sitting in her on her lap, and all this stuff. And right now, he believed that she was here, but thankfully that I intercepted her phone, and I came here to confront Ryan with this. So he basically believed that he was going to score and be romantically with somebody who's that age. You know how against all that is, right? I can't talk. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good.
But that's very disturbing. You know what happens to him, right? And it's very responsible that he decided that he would call you and notify you, because he called you to notify you. This way I can ask you a very serious question. Is he a registered offender? Has he ever been in trouble for doing anything like this before?
No, he's never been in trouble for doing anything like this before.
Okay. And you deserve it. And I have a whole stack of evidence here that you could read it, honestly. Like, nothing's edited. It's everything, somebody that age, it's 100% illegal. You know this.
Oh, I am well aware that it's 100% illegal.
Okay. So are we good now, sir?
We vote. Are you okay?
Me? No. I am not okay.
I know, it's hard news, man, but you deserve to know this. You really do. Oh, so you are married. So you do have a...
We're not married, no. We're not married, but I want to marry her one day, and I want to get the proper help I need in order to get... Okay, we'll talk more later, okay?
Ma'am? Hello?
Hello? She hung up. She's really upset.
Brother, the fact that you called her to prove to me that you're willing to let me ask her if you're a registered offender means a lot. Honestly, I respect that a lot. I do. Okay? Brother, her reaction right now, Ryan, I want you to really understand this.
Really
Ryan, I want you to understand this, brother, okay? I've been more than friendly with you. Don't worry about the tone of my voice. Is this how I'm invented, okay? By the man above. I don't like it. Sometimes I kind of wish I sounded like a surfer dude, more like a less intimidating voice, But Ryan, brother, I want you to put yourself in her shoes, okay? If she was doing that, wouldn't you want her friend or anybody to confront you and let you know that what's going on?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want that?
Yes,
wouldn't you want to know with what? Forget the even legal age or illegal. Wouldn't you want to know that she was cheating on you?
Yeah, and she knows now, so I guess we're not gonna have a long talk.
But it's even now worse with somebody who's that old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot worse than. I think you should seek help, my brother. I think you should.
I have an appointment next week.
Okay. And I think you should be very, very scared, because I'll tell you one thing, that there's a lot of officers doing this online that are actually setting up stings, okay?
Okay.
And
I thank you for being honest with me, and thank you for being upfront with me, sir, and confronting me and seeing that I'm doing that what I did was wrong. And I appreciate you and I just talking, involving the police, and I thank you for that. And I understand my mistake. So
now, yeah, no problem. Now, let me tell you something else, Ryan, okay? I want you to really understand this, okay? And I want you to really grasp this really close, okay? That I'm trying to figure out a better way to tell you this, right? I want you to understand that when you get in trouble for this, okay, and it's really somebody there and you actually touch them, okay, I want you to understand the consequences that what happens to you. It's like years in jail, bro. It's not a joke. Or even socializing the way you did, having a conversation like that, attempting to lure, kind of getting dirty, is against the law, okay? I don't blame him for snapping at you like that. I can't be fake and say I hope you guys work it out, because at the end of the day you were doing something that was bad, right? Like, just read some of these messages, my brother. Read them, and just tell me, am I accurate with what you said to this one as well?
I'm not shy. We can be quite bold, and I said that's okay. What's the craziest thing you've done? I said anything really. How about you? And I like biking. You say adult fun, stuff like that, playing games, trying new things. And it sounds fun. I understand it was wrong.
Yeah, and are you okay?
No, not really. I feel sick in my stomach. I'll be alright during our conversation though.
But you don't have COVID,
no,
right?
Sir,
okay.
No.
I'm not gonna sit here and be fake, dude, and say I wish you guys work it out, because at the end of the day, she's her own self. She has to decide with what she wants to do. Okay. So there's something else I got to tell you, Ryan. Okay, and I'm gonna just break it down to you, brother. There's a thing, okay, Ryan. Mm-hmm. So my name is Sam, okay, and I basically do undercover stings.
Okay.
So the person you were talking to is actually my decoy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you understand that I get these excuses all the time from people? You know how I caught so many people online, so many people, Ryan.
I don't want to go to
Ryan,
jail.
do you understand that if you believe that it was somebody that young, you can get charged? You know that? Even if you believed it. Both conversations, Ryan, clearly say that you believed it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They clearly say that you believed it, and you're willing to act all the way to the end. Two words to me would have just said, sorry, I thought about this, I cannot do it, tell the cab driver to leave. My word, I would have left.
I would have told him to go home right here.
I would have left. I really would have left, because you know why? You didn't go to the extreme with the conversation. It was more like kissing, hugging, sitting on my lap, luring, inviting over. But it wasn't so extreme that I'm like, oh, I gotta catch this guy. It wasn't like you sent explicit pictures to try to collect CP from her.
I wasn't trying to do anything like
that. You're not like this next dude right now in St. Catharines, or sorry, not St. Catharines, in Hamilton, whatever. You're not like this next guy, right? Mm-hmm. Brother, I want you to understand, they're not fully developed up here. They cannot consent,
No, I understand that.
And I want you to really, 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 really understand this, man, because at the end of the day, I know that you understood it, but you were acting somewhere on something else. You weren't thinking up here, man. And it's not like you're drinking, right? You don't drink or do anything, right?
No, I don't.
So you're 100% sober, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I'm really, really, really surprised, man. Like, it's responsible that you called her, because that shows me that, you're not a registered offender, But you also did lie to her, and you said that you're, like, single, right? But you're going to get engaged to her.
I want to. I still want to try to work things out with her if I can. We're going through a really hard time right now, and like she said, I just don't know what I was doing. I was very stupid, and I admit it was wrong. and I appreciate, like I said, you coming in and talking to me and not involving huge spectacle right now.
Yeah.
And thank you for that. I just, like I said to you, sir, I regret everything I did. I feel like I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. I realize that now, and like I said, I greatly regret everything.
Yeah. So what is your message to the world then?
Don't be stupid like I did. Don't be sure to act. Be sure to think before you act, and to think. Don't do anything like this ever again. And be more responsible, and don't try to lure anybody like that.
But just out of curiosity, can I answer a question? Let's say she did show up. Okay, I know I heard you with what you said. Okay, I heard exactly what you said. Be real. Like, were you actually planning to be with her in a relationship?
No, sir, not at all. I was gonna try to say, like I said, I want to.
I mean, I don't believe you though, right? But I'm just listening to you, right? But I don't believe you, Ryan, because the messages show that you clearly wanted to be with this girl. But I don't believe you. But I'm just asking you, right? Just, you know why I'm asking you? Because, like, if your fiance right now were to see this whole interaction right now, do you think she would buy that? Be honest.
She'd be more upset with me than anything.
Do you think she'd believe that you're actually not that type of dude? Be honest.
I really don't know right now.
Okay. I mean, it just drives me up the wall, man. Some of you guys know certain things are illegal, but yet you still act on it. Like, do you guys not know that it's 2024? Do you guys not understand that law enforcement is all over these internet sites and all over these social apps? And, haven't you ever seen Chris Hansen?
Yeah, a couple times, yeah. And like I said, I was worried, and I don't want any trouble, like I said.
It never crossed your mind that it could be something like that with law enforcement?
It crossed my mind, yes. But
I know I'm not.
I know that, and I appreciate you being honest.
I know I'm not law enforcement, right? But all they need is this, brother. That's all they need.
I appreciate you not taking this to police right now, and I thank you for that.
No, I mean, dude, you know what? Like,
I just feel like I'm gonna be sick, and I deeply regret everything. I just wanted to make sure, like I said, I wasn't even going to let her in the door. I was going to tell her to go straight home and try to think about what they were doing.
Yeah.
And try to be like, look, I could have been some really creepy guy, but I'm not. Yes, I did sound like that. But I was trying to explain to her. I wanted to tell her, no, you're not. I didn't want her to come in.
Yeah, like, you really wanted to know what she would do to you. Like, really bad. You kept asking her, what would you do to me? What would you do to me? Like, you kept asking her, what would you do to me? You're sitting in your underwear. You're playing video games. Like,
I was trying to tell her.
You were trying to spark up the conversation.
I was trying to tell her, look, I'm sick. I don't really want anybody over right now. I was to tell her, like I said, as soon as you come here, I would have told her to go home. I look wrong without somebody over now. No, I'm sick to my stomach. I've been.
Have you seen how some guys meet girls online though?
Yeah, I know.
Like, seriously, have you seen how some people meet people online?
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I can't really say I wish you luck with your fiance, bro, because what you did is nasty. Honestly, I don't like people that do this. I don't support the idea of you even having a normal conversation with somebody that young online. Not even a normal one. I don't support it. There's nothing that you, as a grown man, has in, what's the word I'm trying to say?
Proper mindset.
No, not that. Like, there's nothing that you guys share in common with somebody who's that old, bro. There's just nothing you guys share in common, dude. So, Ryan, at the end of the day, dude, you gotta do what you gotta do, brother. I'm not gonna say I wish you guys luck. I mean, if she really loves you, then she'll forgive you, right? I mean, at the end of the day, she kind of can't forgive you. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta just throw love out of the window, because what you were willing to do, not with one, just two, you know what I mean?
No, I understand.
All right, Ryan? So I have, like, really nothing else to do, man. I hope you really learned from this, and just to let you know. 34 years old, right? Inviting somebody who believed is 14, okay? Mentions remarks, okay? She goes to his house, okay? And he sees a grown man that's actually setting him up, okay? And then he acts all nervous and shaky, and he acts like he's done nothing. He's like, I was just gonna talk to this girl, okay? And he calls his girlfriend. She freaks out on him, and she was told that it was actually me, right? And I want to make a report about this individual because in